One of the biggest challenges with personal growth is losing your friends. Have you ever lost friends? Every time you have improved yourself, gone through a spiritual shift, learned something new, matured, entered a new decade, moved house, every time you have done something to improve yourself, have you noticed that you have lost your friends along the way? One of the biggest things that holds people back, and I have clients actually telling me this, when they finally decide to go through that door for themselves, they actually say that for so many years they were afraid to put this work in and do it because they didn't want to be on their own. We're always going to lose our friends. Your friends are chapters. I will never forget somebody in my life in the past who is in the past now. Always used to say to me, people are chapters. And he was right. They are chapters. They are there for you when you're going through that certain part of your life, and then you change, you grow, you're meant to. Your environment and the people around you are meant to change with you. Now, there are two kind of groups here. If you're already into spiritual growth, personal development, you've experienced some toxic relationships in your life, you have felt that you haven't stepped into your own purpose, and you've been held back for maybe more than a decade, even two, you may already be into personal growth and feel very lonely doing it. That is perfectly normal, and that is where most of us are. Let's be honest. Most of us are feeling very lonely at the moment when we're doing all of this stuff for ourselves. Then there's the other group where you may look around you and realise that your friends haven't fricking changed since school. And we need to ask ourselves, why is that? And is that holding you back from stepping into doing what you've always really dreamed of doing? I've noticed that from my own past, I stopped myself going into writing, putting my own book out there, which I'm writing at the moment, because of the stories I was telling myself, the stories that teachers said I could or couldn't do it, bullying that happened at school, and the fact that I'm not a writer because all of my friends and family all know me or knew me as a teacher or now therapist. And I remember someone saying to me once, it's almost like you'll be flying a plane next year, Sam, because you change your mind what you want to do all the time. And that really, it wasn't said in a positive way. It was said in a way that I walked away from that conversation feeling like people didn't believe in what I was doing and didn't feel confident in the choices that I was making. And that really made me not feel confident in the choices that I was making. When you go through and peel back the layers and you get that journal out and you work with your coach and you really start asking yourself those deeper, more serious questions as to why, you become braver at just trusting your own decisions. When you become braver and more confident in yourself because of the time and the energy and the love and the acceptance that you are feeding yourself like a plant, you don't need other people's opinions anymore. You don't need their acceptance. You don't need their fucking permission. You don't need it from any external source because you give it to yourself. And if friends drop off along the way, you realise that they were meant to, and actually you're okay because you understand now that that gives space for new energy to come into your life. You need that right now. If you're working on a project, if you want to write a book, if you're an artist, if you're creative, if you want to set up your own business, you want to start working for yourself, but you feel scared to do so, You want to be surrounded by the same kinds of people. And that's why we have our community Inner Circle, because I attract women towards me who really know that they are worth so much more and have this purpose burning inside them that they want to do. But we're at the beginning stages of our journey, and I'm at the beginning stage of my journey. I've only been self-employed for 7 years. I left an old career. I used to be a teacher. I'm a holistic therapist, and I'm at the beginning of my online journey for sure. You want to be around women who are at the same phase that you're in, because we meet up in our community, we have events, we have chit chats, we have somatic circles, we're honest, we're raw, we talk about how lonely it is, how hard it is, we're real, and the conversation is flowing, because we're not talking about that old bullshit from your history. We're not talking small chit chat. We're not talking washing machines. We're not talking stuff that isn't relevant to our passions. We're talking about stuff that's making us feel passionate. So if you've landed on this video, do not feel scared of losing your friends. They are chapters in your life. They're a beautiful chapter. If they stay with you throughout your future chapters, then great. But if they don't, they're meant to drop off, so it gives you new space for new energy to help you in this new phase of your life. So don't feel scared. Take that leap and go for it. And come and join us if you want the support around you. Inner Circle, in the link above. Check us out.